Hello again, Internet. This is Stuart coming in with another pregnancy video for this week. This time we are on week 11, and this week we actually had our very first ultrasound. And oh, that was so fun to watch! Okay, so we went in for an ultrasound earlier in the week, and the reason why we had an ultrasound starting at week 10 was to be able to actually see the heartbeat. And you can actually see it. It's kind of hard to see at first. But you can see on the ultrasound like a very small pulsing. It looks like a small white area that gets brighter, just in very little increments. But you can see it if you look carefully. And oh, that was so fun to see. It was just so amazing to be able to see the ultrasound and actually see that everything is going well with the baby. It looks like the baby is slightly bigger than we anticipated, as in we're on week 10 and it came in at the size of week 10 in a few days, so everything seems to be going well actually. I must admit I was kind of nervous because with the last ultrasound producing bad results, I was kind of hoping that nothing bad would happen this time, and fortunately nothing did. But just sitting there as the doctor's going over his measurements and okay, yeah, and just like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. All I see is this white and gray stuff all over the screen. I don't know what it means. But then the doctor was able to explain to us everything and point things out and help us see our baby in the picture. So, it was definitely worth it. We have the pictures and everything, and my wife just enjoys looking at the pictures every day and dying all over. And, oh, there's a baby inside. It's real. And yeah, it's really nice to see all that. In addition, with the checkup, she had her usual pap smear for, I'm not too familiar with all what that does, but it's just a normal checkup that she has to go through. And fortunately the doctor gave us a heads up that as usual with the pap smear, that it might cause a little bit of spotting, because after the doctor's visit then she did have some spotting, and if we hadn't known about that, we would have freaked out, because with the miscarriage, it started out as spotting, and so we were at least braced for the little amounts of blood that came out. And of course, the whole week we were nervous, just rubbing our hands, saying, "Oh, I hope it stops. It better stop." And of course, it did. Nothing bad happened, but still, you have to realize that we are still very much on edge from the last miscarriage. We're really hoping that everything works out okay, but so far, everything checks out. The ultrasound shows that baby is healthy. Everything is going fine, so at this point, nothing else to worry about. And so we finally did announce to everyone via social media, letting people know in person. Family had already known, and now they get to talk about it with everyone, which I'm sure many of them are finally glad to have the reins let go and they can just run off and tell everyone, so they're having fun with that. We actually did an announcement on Facebook and social media with like a Pokemon theme, with the daycare, with the usual phrase, "Oh, we seem to get along," and all of our nerdy friends caught on to that. So that was a fun thing to do. We've been waiting to use that pregnancy announcement for quite some time now, I will admit. That was really fun to do. And keeping along with the Pokemon theme, since we don't know yet if it's a boy or a girl, we just have the baby codenamed Togepi. So every time we talk about the baby with friends and family, then we can just refer to the baby as Togepi instead of saying baby over and over and over, because that gets kind of dull. Other than that, the biggest change is that she's definitely feeling a lot more of the cramps, and everything's a little bit more tender and sore. The main disadvantage is that it's a little bit harder for me to hug and cuddle her. Gotta admit, that's kind of a bummer. It's like even the tiniest squeeze can make her feel uncomfortable, so it feels like, almost like how you would treat an antique vase, so you gotta just barely touch it. So I feel like there are times where I want to hug my wife, like I come home from school or work or something. I just have to barely touch her to hug her hello or something like that. And of course, going to sleep, it's harder. I gotta make sure that I don't just roll over in my sleep and squeeze her too tightly in my sleep, which I roll over a lot, so hopefully I haven't disturbed her too much, but I try to be as careful as I can, because one thing's for sure, I do not want to be one to like accidentally hurt the baby or anything like that. And every time I accidentally squeeze too hard and she shows that she's uncomfortable, I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't do anything. I hope I didn't do anything. Because I don't know. As sweet as this is, I am kind of worried about, like, I'll do something wrong on my part. I mean, I'm not even a dad yet, and I'm already worrying about doing stuff wrong. But I guess I'll slowly figure this out. But for the meantime, I just got to make sure that I am careful with the whole thing. And also earlier this week, she definitely had her first really strong food craving in the middle of the night for chocolate cereal, which I personally enjoy. She didn't feel like eating too much just because she was still feeling a little bit of the nausea, but for whatever reason she gets great satisfaction from just the smell of it. So it's kind of intriguing when just in the middle of the night she'll get up to go grab the bag of chocolate cereal and just open it and just smell it and get I don't know, some sort of sensual pleasure from that. And I I don't understand. I mean, I can understand like being hungry, but I don't know how these cravings are going to work. So far, she hasn't sent me to the store in the middle of the night for anything. Thank goodness. She keeps joking that she'll send me to the store for something one of these days, but so far she's only craved things in the pantry, namely this chocolate cereal. She continuously gets hungry whenever the word pizza enters conversation or whenever she smells pizza. So I'll have to make sure to have something, lots of pizza on hand, I guess, for middle of the night emergencies or something. She's also becoming a little bit more hormonal and emotional. She can kind of tell that her emotions are going out of whack sometimes. She's trying to keep all that in check, but there are times when she just gets super sad for no reason, just needs to be hugged, or she'll just be super giddy for whatever reason. And it does swap really, really fast, where she's just fine at one moment and all of a sudden, oh God, I don't know what she got, but she just gets sad all of a sudden, and I don't know what I've done. And then it doesn't help when she's just feeling normal and I come up with a sarcastic comment or something and she gets kind of angry, and I'm just like, I don't know what I did. And so trying to foresee all these emotional swings is not easy. There are many times where I feel like she's exaggerating it just to, be more persuasive and get me to do something. But the problem is that I can't call her bluff on it. If I think she's bluffing, or if I think she's trying to mess with me, I can't call her out on it because, well, she's pregnant. If it's real, then I'm a dead man. And I kind of want to see the birth of my child, so I don't want to die. But obviously I haven't been killed yet, so I'm doing okay with this emotional thing, I guess you can say. So yeah, I can't exactly call anything out, even though I feel sometimes she's trying to take advantage of it, which, I mean, I can't blame her, but But whatever happens, I always try to do my best to make sure she's happy. If she's feeling sad or tired or something, I try to go out of my way. She's doing all the hard work, like I said, so it's my pleasure to do anything I can for her. She's doing all the work raising the baby, taking care of the baby, trying to stay healthy, so I'll go out of my way. I'll do my part that way. Well, that is it for week 11. And, well, since my wife and I have announced to everyone on social media and to all of our friends, then today is the day that the YouTube channel here goes live. So right now everything is up to date. All the prior weeks, I've 6 through 10 I've also posted as well. Week 11 obviously starts today, and I will continue to do these videos, and hopefully we'll have some interesting experiences that are worth talking about on video and posting on YouTube. I'll keep you posted on everything that goes on, but thank you once again for joining me this week. Hope to see you next time. Stay awesome, everyone.